Basnabi. My name is Basnabi. My story name is There Are a Dog. There, there was a dog. There, he was a very hungry. He wanted a pieces of meat. Pieces. Mm. Moral of study: No, do not greedy. Thank you all.
Everyone, my name is Shubham Prasad. My story name is The Farmer and the Hen. There was a farmer. He lived in a small village. He had a hen. The hen gave a golden egg every day for a great hatch if fall. Thank you.
Morning, all of you. My name is Ankit Singh. My story is lazy. There was a boy named John who was so lazy he could not even change his clothes. One day, he said the apple tree in the yard was full of fruit. He wanted to eat some apple, but he was lazy to climb the tree and take the fruit. So he landed near the tree and waited for apple fall. John waited until he said, "Might apple never fall." Moral of the story: laziness can give none variety. You wanted something neat for her. Thank you. If you like my video and vote for me.
Good morning, all of you. My name is Kavya Thakur. I read in class 2. I start my story name A Snake and the Farmer. Once in a winter morning, a farmer saw a snake frozen with cold. That farmer was very kind hearted and could not see in helpless condition. He took pity on the snake, put it in a basket and brought it home. He put it near fire in the kitchen after snake opened its eyes and moved. Here and there the farmer's children were also watching all. This with great interest. Suddenly the snake attacked one of the son, but he quickly ran away. Seeing all, the farmer brought a stick and killed on the spot. Thank you. If you like my video, please vote for me. Good morning to all of you. My name is Prince Raj. I study in class 2. I start in a story named Lazy John. There was a boy John. He was so lazy. One day he saw an apple tree. He wanted to eat apple, but he was too lazy to climb the tree and take the fruit. He waited whole day for the fruit fall off, but apple never fell. Moral of the story: if we want something, we need work hard. Thank you.
Good morning, all of you. My name is Radha Singh. My morning. Story name is The Fox and Grapes. Once there was hungry fox who was living that after checking around to see grapes hanging in a bun. Fox didn't know how I jumped. He clutched reach for it. He said that we were probably left. That night he had to sleep on an empty stomach. Moral of the story: most of us to tend at like fox when we want something too hard to attain. Make progress. That we make excuse. We tell ourselves that we progress and not great hard work.
Good morning, respected principals, our teacher, and my dear friends. I am Vaishnavi Singh from class 3B is going to narrate a short story. Name of the story is The Fox and the Grapes. Once upon a time, there was a fox. He was very hungry. He came to a garden. He saw branches of grass. The grapes were very high. He jumped to get them. He could not reach at them. And last he was tired. He gave up hope. He said, "The grapes are very sour," and he went away. Moral: it is despite what you cannot get. Thank you. If you like my video, please vote for me. Good morning, respected principal, sir, my friends and teachers. My name is Vatsal Raj. I am for class 4A. I am going to narrate the story with good moral. My story name is The Squirrel and the Puppy. So let's start the story. Once there were two friends, the squirrel and the puppy. He found the idea of live and play together. The squirrel was very sporty and always won the game. The puppy used to feel bad. One day it starting raining heavy. The squirrel was in high spirits and starting doing antics, but suddenly lost his balance. He called his friend Puppy to help. The puppy came to rescue and it climbed its back and reached a safe place. He thanked his friend Puppy to saving her life. The moral of the story is always be confidence in yourself, but everyone is unique in own way. If you like my video, please vote for me. Thank you.
A very warm and pleasant good morning everyone present here. My name is Bhanu Kumar of Standard 5A. My house is Chanakya. My school name is SD Public School. My school have given me this golden opportunity to tell a story in front of you. The title of the story is The Empty Pot. This Chinese folklore is about an emperor trying to find a successor, so he holds a contest in which whoever produces the most beautiful flower, the provided seeds wins. A young gardener is among the contestants, and so he tries his best and tries his best and he tries his best cannot get seeds to grow. In the end, he takes his empty pot and it display uh, it among other beautiful flower. It turns out that they would not. It turns out that the seeds had been cooked so that they would not sprout. He is chosen to be the successor as he is the only honest contestant. The moral of the story is honesty is important even when the result are disappointment. Thank you. If you like my story, please vote for me.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Aprajita from Standard 5B. I am I am from Standard 5B. I am here to tell you a story. My story name is The Farmer. Once upon a time, a farmer lived in a village. He planted a tree of mango in his field. He watering the plant all the day, but after 2 years, the plant has no fruit and no flower, and the farmer was very sad. But after 5 years, the plant has various fruit and various flower, and the farmer was very happy, and the fruit and flower was sold in very large price. Large price. The moral of the story: the result of patience is very sweet. Thank you. If you like my video, vote for me.
Good morning, everyone. I am Priyanshu Ranjan from Standard 5B. Today I tell my story name is Lazy John. Lazy John. Once upon a time, there were a boy named John. He was too lazy. He could not change his cloth in one day. He see a apple tree in his yard. He wanted to eat some apple, but he was too lazy. He could not climb the tree and eat apple. He underneath the tree and waited fruit fall on the ground, but could not fruit fall on the ground. The moral of the story is that you get something, you work hard for it. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sandhya Vishwakarma from Standard 6A. Today I am here to narrate the story for you. I belong to Chanakya house. My story name is Goodness. So let's start. Once in a small village, there lived a kind-hearted boy named Sam. Sam always helped others without accepting anything in return. One day, while walking through the village, Sam saw an old man was struggling to carry a heavy load of firewood. Without hesitation, Sam offered to carry his load all of his way to his house. The old man was grateful for the Sam and thanked him sincerely. From that day on, Sam made it a habit to help anyone need in his village. His act of goodness and kindness can spread in whole village. Soon the whole villagers started helping each others. One evening, a fairy appeared from before the Sam to reward him for his goodness. The fairy granted him 3 wishes.
Instead of asking wealth or fame, Sam asked for prosperity for his village and good health for his family and friends. The Thus, the fairy was impressed by selfless wishes by Sam. Sam continued spread goodness and positivity wherever he went. His villages were filled with love and harmony. Moral of the story: goodness and kindness can bring happiness not only for oneself but another around us. If you like my story, so please support me. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Piyush from Standard 6A, SDW School from Chanakya House. I am telling a story about a Kargil attack. As a young couple, Shikha and Akhilesh unexpectedly found themselves in the war. Shikha definitely depicted her own experience as well as those of Akhilesh, who took part in mission at Tolongi, the Hobbs and 3 people. What does a soldier go through when marching off 2 near-surgical missions? And what does it take to survive even thrive, having consist serious injury in battle? The detailed memory show the boundless bravery of the Indian troops as well as the emotional experience by their families, both during and after the war. Listen first is the story of greed, determination, and heroic show by the men and women who give all things to safeguard the country. Thank you. Like my video, please support me.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abhilasha Kumari from Standard 6A of SD Public School, belonging to Chanakya Group. First of all, I would like to say thank you to my school for giving me this golden opportunity on this day. Today, I am going to tell about King Robert Grace, who was defeated by his enemies. The King Robert Grace was defeated by his enemies, who was settled in caves. His enemies were looking for him and they wanted to kill him. The King Robert Grace fight bravely his enemies, but his armies are too small. Her enemies' armies are too big. Therefore, his enemies' armies had killed his small armies of king. King ran to the forest to save himself. The king ran to the forest to save himself. He feel very sad at hearted, but his courage was left behind. One day in a caves, he saw a spider which was trying to get up of the caves, but he didn't do that. But he didn't give up. Again and again. Finally, it was claimed her success and kept on top of the caves. When the king see all at the things of work of spiders, he think that spider can't give up. I am king. Why I can give up? I must try again. He went to the forest and meet his faithful followers. And collect the brave members of his kingdom and make out strong armies. After doing this all things, he again fight his enemies. Finally, he won the battle. Doing all the things, the king after come to the kingdom, he feel that she always remember the spider who gives her courage and the significance of to fight against his enemies. Moral of the story: success can be obtained by hard working. No matter how many difficulties come in our way, success can be obtained by hard working. Lastly, I would like to say that if you like my story, please like the video.
Morning, everyone. Myself, Sakshi Suman from Standard 6B. I belongs to Chanakya House. Today, I am here to narrate a story. The title was story. The name was the story is Be Confident. First of all, thanks for SD Public School to give this golden opportunity to perform a stage. Once there was a young girl named Rose. She loved that, but she was always nervous about performing in front of others. One day, her best friend Max, who encouraged in her confidence in herself. Max told a story about a little bird who was reared to fly with mother support and bird of encouragement. Encouragement, the bird found the confidence and spreads its wings to soar the sky. Through inspired the story. Rose decided to face her fear and perform dance in recital. She practiced hard and believed in herself. When the dance recital arrived, Rose danced a confidence and impressing everyone with her talent on that day. Rose impressed her confidence to continue pressure for patience for dance. Moral of the story: have confidence have confidence in herself and believe that can you achieve anything you set your mind, just like Rose. Thank you, everyone. If you like my performance, please vote for me.
After coming home, he made a statue of Guru Dronacharya near his cottage. From then on, he began to practice archery every day, considering the idol as a guru. Thus, Eklavya in time became a proficient in archery. The moral of the story: practice is a great guru. If we practice, we can make perfect ourselves. Thank you. If you like my video, please vote for me.
Good morning to all of you. My name is Ishika from Chanakya House. I am from Standard 7A. The title of my story is a golden egg. Okay. A farmer had a goose that laid one golden egg a day. He would sell the golden egg and they enjoy a comfortable life. However, farmer became greedy and wanted more than one egg a day. His wife fully to agree to his idea. The next day, the farmer cut open the goose. After it laid the golden egg, he could only find blood and guts. He realized his mistake and he no source of income and and the couple became poorer every day. So the moral of the story is think before you act. Thank you. If you like my story, please vote me. Thank you.
Good morning to all of you. My name is Nitin Raj from Standard 7th B, Chanakya House. First of all, I want to thank my school who gave me this golden opportunity to speak. As you all know that today is storytelling competition, I would like to present a story about judging. So let's start. Once upon a time, there were two trees along a river. One day, a sparrow was passing from that way. He asked the first tree that, "Dear tree, I think it's going to rain very heavily. Can I build nest on your branches?" The tree said, "No, I cannot let you build nest on my branches." The sparrow went to the another tree and asked the same question. The second tree allowed her to make nest on its branches. The next day, it really rained very heavily. The first tree broke from its root and fell down. When the rain ended, the sparrow went there and said, "How are you feeling now? This is your punishment for being rude to me and not let me build nest on your branches." The tree just smiled and said, "I already knew that my root were weak and cannot stand out in this rain. That's why I didn't allow you to make nest on my branches. I didn't want to risk your and your young one's life. I am sorry if you feel bad." After saying this, the tree flowed away in the river. The sparrow just felt very bad for judging him too quickly. The moral of the story is, we cannot judge anyone too quickly without knowing the whole truth. I think that is why it is said that don't judge a book by its cover. If you like my story, please vote for me. Thank you.
Hello everyone. First of all, I will thanks SD Public School for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I am Soumyasri from Standard 7B, where I am here to tell you a story. My story title is "The World is a Mirror." So let me start. Once there was a museum in which there was a room which was made up of mirror. Its wall, roof, even floors are made up of mirror. One day, a caretaker of that museum was forgot to lock the back door of museum, which lead directly into the mirror room. The dog was roaming near the museum and by mistake entered that room. When dog was middle of a room, it saw its own reflection thoughts of it as that it saw its own reflection thoughts of it as. Let's start the whole pic of dog's war surrounding him from all sides. The dog was scared and started bark at reflection. The dog could see all the reflections are barking at him in same way because mirror dog each back after. Hitting of mirror got magnified. A next morning, museum guard entered one hall when he see the lifeless body of dog. No one can harm it, but yet it died to fighting its own reflection. The moral of a story: everything around is a reflections of our thoughts, feelings, and action. World act like a big mirror, so try to be positive and good to other.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ashika Kumari from Standard 8A. I would like to thank my school who gave me the golden opportunity to participate in this competition. Today, I am telling a story that's name is Lord Indra's and his parrot. One day, there was a meeting in heaven. Lord Indra was also present with his favorite parrot. Next, God of Death arrived and took a smile at the parrot. The parrot was trembled with fear. This smile could not be reasonless. I have no authority in this matter, said God of Death. speak this regarding this to the god of destiny. God of destiny handle this matter back to the god of death. Death said, Death said, all living beings must die one day. There is no escape from this universal truth. The moral of the story is that death is the final truth. Thank you. If you like my video, please vote for me. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. I am Kanaya Singh from Standard 8A. I am from Chanakya House. First of all, a special thanks to the management of SD Public School who gave me this opportunity to participate in this competition. My story is about a king named Midas who loved gold. There was once a king named Midas who loved gold. One day, God appeared before him and asked him to wish for anything. Being greedy about gold, Midas said, everything I touch would convert them into gold. God granted his wish and told from the next morning everything you touch would convert them into gold. Midas was very happy. He woke up early in the next morning and went around to touching everything and converting them to gold. After a while, he felt hungry. Then he touched a piece of bread to eat, but it converted into a gold. He worried about that to what to do. After some time, his daughter rushed to him and then he touched his daughter. His daughter converted into a golden statue. Miserable and teary-eyed, Midas no longer wanted the boon. He prayed to God and atoned for his greed. Pleased by Midas' prayer, God told him to wash his hand in nearby river to get rid of the golden touch. Then he came back after washing his hand. He saw that everything he had changed to gold come back to normal. He thanked God and say, "Thank God for saving my life." Moral of the story: greed can be destructive sometimes. Also, there are more important things in life, riches or gold. Thank you and have a nice day. If you like my performance, then vote for me. Thank you and have a nice day.
Good morning to all of you. My name is Satyam Kumar from class 8B. I am from Chanakya House. Today I am here to tell you about a moral story that name is The Peacock's Feather. Once upon a time in a forest, a peacock proudly showed his vibrant feathers, admiring his reflection in a nearby pond. One day, a strong gust of wind swept away one of his most magnificent feathers, leaving him heartbroken. Then the peacock searched far and wide, desperate to retrieve his lost treasure. Then he met a wise old owl who asked, "Why do you mourn the loss of a single feather when you have so many others?" The peacock replied, "That feather was the most beautiful, and without it, I am incomplete." The owl shared a secret. True beauty lies not in external adornments, but by the beauty within. Your worth isn't measured by your feathers, but by your kindness, compassion, and wisdom. The peacock realized that his pride and vanity had blinded him to his true beauty and self worth. Then he returned to his flock, no longer defined by his external beauty, but by the beauty within. The moral of the story is that true beauty and self worth came from within. External appearances can be fleeting, but inner qualities like kindness, compassion, and wisdom make us truly beautiful and valuable. Thank you very much. If you like my performance, please vote for me.
To everyone, I am Anshu Kumari from SD Public School, and today I am here to tell you a story about Abhimanyu. Once upon a time, Arjun conversing with his pregnant wife Subhadra and tells her about the new battle formation he had just found out about, the Chakravyuh. But the exit out of the formation is far more complicated than the entrance. When he knew that she had slipped off, he stopped narrating. But the baby inside her womb, listening neatly and wanted to know all about the formation. Even kicking his mother inside her womb and waking her up, he was still unable to know all about the formation. As a result, he only knew how to enter in the formation, but not how to exit it. He was then born a healthy baby, Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu grew up in Dwarka and lived in the kingdom of Virat, who had offered his daughter to Arjun as an act of gratitude. But Arjun was too old and had requested his son to marry Uttara, which he accepted gladly. Arjun, as days passed, Abhimanyu, engrossed in learning new battle techniques and training himself to become a strong warrior. Hence, he was unable to spend quality time with his father Arjun and his wife Uttara. Soon, the 13th day of battle arrived, and he, along with his family, had to face their
their enemies, the Kauravas. And in this one and for all, he also confessed to his uncle that he only knew the entrance of the Chakravyuh but not how to exit it. He told them not to worry about it too much. However, the Kauravas already predicted that the Pandavas might use this technique against them and had planned a perfect counter attack and corner them. Hence, Abhimanyu caught in the middle and had to fight against the best warrior of the Kauravas, and he did so without any hesitation. Without any hesitation. Looking his strength and fighting style, the Kauravas were also impressed and satisfied to fight against a worthy opponent. It was a losing battle, of course, but Abhimanyu never gave up. After even he lost his chariot, sword, bow, arrow, and spear, he even picked up one of the wheel of his broken chariot as a weapon. And when all was lost, he fought hand to hand against the Sashan sons who had weapons, and Abhimanyu ultimately died with honor. Moral: from this story, we will learn that honesty, hard working, and patience are very much needed to go through the life. In this, as Abhimanyu admitted to his uncle that he didn't know the full information of the Chakravyuh. In the same way, we must be understand and must be hardworking and never give up till the end. Thank you. If you like my video, please like and vote for me.
A very good morning to all of you. My name is Vikas Kumar from Standard 9A. Today I am here to tell you a story about Laksh and the role of AI in future. So, artificial intelligence refers to the computer system capable of performing complex tasks that historically only a human could do, such as reasoning, decision making, or solving problems. So Lux was a boy who was very brilliant in studies and also was a creative thinker. He scored good marks in every classes. In his childhood, he did many hard work and completed his higher education. But in his childhood, the education was not so advanced and there was no proper teaching about the uses of AI. So as he grew up, the technology got so advanced and the teaching of AI introduced into the education system. In this changing world, the knowledge of AI became very necessary. Now the AI had introduced in every sectors, but Lux was lacking in knowledge of AI, due to which he was not capable of getting his dream job even a good job. So now he regretted on himself that if he had studied about the AI, his life would not be like now. So from this story we learned the role of AI in future and that we should adapt ourselves with the changing time. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. I am Anjali Kumari of Standard 9A. Today I am here to deliver a story on Be Confidence. Once there was a youngest girl named Lily. She was loved to dance, but she was always nervous about performing in the front of others. One day her friend Max encouraged her to have a confidence in herself. Max told Lily a story about a little bird who afraid to fly. With mother's support and the word encouragement, the bird found confidence. It spread her wings and soared through the sky. Inspired by the story, Lily decided to face her fears and perform in the dance recital. She practiced hard and believed in herself. When the day of the recital arrived, Lily danced with confidence and impressing everyone with her talent. From that day on, Lily embarrassed her confidence and believe in herself. Moral of the story is have a confidence in yourself and believe you can achieve anything. Thank you. A warm good morning to everyone. I am Ananya Kumari of Standard 9th. Today I am here to deliver the story on the topic of true friendship. Once upon a time, there were four friends living in the house with a dog. The friends were devoted to each other and to the dog as well as they had taken a vow to live and die together. One day it so happened that one of the friends went to a well to drink water. While returning, a fish suddenly seized him and he right on the ground. When his companions saw him, they rushed to his side, and before they could do anything, the convulsion increased, and he was dead. His friends began to cry and lifting their voice to the sky, they said, "Oh God, if our friendship is true, may we too join our departed friend, because without him we cannot stay alive." As soon as these words come out from their mouth, there was a loud rumbling, and the earth slipped under their feet, and the four friends and their dog went down, and then everything was quiet. The moral of the story is true friends always live together in any situation and devoted to each other. Thank you. If you like my video, please vote for me.
Good morning to respected principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Arushi from Standard 9B of Chanakya House. Today I am going to narrate a story about Beauty and the Beast. In a small French village, a timeless tale of love and acceptance unfold. Beauty and the Beast, a story of two souls from different worlds, reminds us know that true love comes from within and that love conquers all. Once upon a time, in a small French village, there lived a beautiful and intelligent girl named Bella. She felt like an outcast due to her love for reading and independent nature. Her father, Maurice, was her only source of support and encouragement. Maurice was an inventor and merchant. Maurice and Bella lived modestly but happily in a small cottage on the outskirts of the village. One day, while traveling, Maurice stumbled upon a mysterious castle hidden deep in the forest. As he entered, he confessed by the beast was a razor sharp claws and teeth. The beast was cursed by an enchantress for his arrogance and lack of kindness. The beast demanded that Maurice to send one of his daughters to take his place as a prisoner. Maurice, desperate to save her own life, agreed to the beast's term. Bella, determined to save her father, agreed to the beast's term, and she was entered in the mysterious castle. As she was entered, she met with a mixture of fearness and curiosity. The beast, despite his generosity, and discovered his gentle and kind heart. One day, as Bella explored the castle, she discovered a vast library filled with a book of around world. Bella and the beast are closer about their bonding of shared books and reading of the books and learning. As their growing relationship, not everyone was happy. Gaston, a vain and egotistical spirit, had begun to bear Bella's hand in marriage. Gaston rallied to the villagers to attack on the castle and rescue Bella. Together they fought the beast fought to protect the Bella and Bella fought to protect him. Together they defeat the Gaston and the villagers. As the dust settled, Bella realized her love for the beast. And the curse was broken and the beast transformed back into the Prince Adam. And that mysterious castle was a symbol of fairness and darkness was back transformed into the former glory. And then Bella and the Prince Adam got married, surrounded by their love, friends, and family, and live happy after ever. The moral of this story: the true love comes from within, and it's
Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Aditi Kumari from Standard 9B.
And I am Ayushi of 9th B.
We are going to tell a story. The name of the story is The Short-Tempered Demon. We all get angry, but some of us get too much angry, even on the smallest things. but by getting angry, they make their own laws. So we should keep a control on our anger. This is a story about a short-tempered demon who once decided to make for himself a beautiful tree house. Let's see how, because of his anger, he destroyed his precious tree house. Once upon a time, there was a very short-tempered demon who once decided to make a tree house for himself for the summer. He worked hard for 10 days. On 11th day, a beautiful tree house was ready on the tallest tree of the jungle.
Just when he was giving it a final touch, a pigeon flying over his head dropped a worm on his shoulder. He was furious and he started chasing the pigeon. After a long chase, the tired pigeon sat on the top of a tree. The demon was so blinded in rage that he did not realize it was the same tree with his precious tree house. He lashed out at it, and his beautiful tree house came crashing down along with the tree. The moral of the story is thoughtless anger can cause serious damage. Thank you.
Good morning to all of you. Myself Ankit from standard 9th B. Today I got a golden opportunity to tell a story to you. The story about a balance of iron. A merchant and a villager live in same village. Merchant is very poor and a villager is also very poor. One day villager want to go to town and earn some extra money for perform his life process. Then he do as like he think. But before going to the town, he goes to the house of merchant and says, I have a balance of iron, please keep it. Then merchant says, okay. And then the villager go to the town and earn some money. Many years ago, when the villager comes in village, then go to the house of merchant and ask, where is my balance? Then the merchant says, a rat eat your scale. Then the villager understand this matter and says, I am going to bath now. Please send your son with me with a towel. Then the merchant says, okay, and both going to bath on the river. And the villager tie the son of merchant and throw into a den and close the door of den. And after bathing, the villager come to the house of merchant. Then merchant ask, where is my son? Then the villager says, a kite come and catch your son and fly in the sky. Then the merchant cry and says that this is impossible. And both are fighting with each other. And both decided to go to the king. When they reach place of the king, then king ask, what happened? Why do you come here? Then both share his problem. And after sharing of problem, the king understand the matter and laugh and says, merchant, first you return his balance, then he return your son. And the moral of the story is tit for tat.
Good morning to everyone. I am Vanna Bharti of class 9B. I am here to tell you the story, The Ugly Tree. This is the story about a tree which stood out from all beautiful trees. Let's start. Once upon a time, there were thousands of tall and beautiful trees in a dense forest, except one whose trunk was bent. All beautiful trees called the ugly tree. A hunchback. The ugly tree wondered why God had not made it like the other trees, as birds never made their next on it. His nor could it, said to travelers. One day a woodcutter came. See is a woodcutter came. Seeing twisted tree, he felt he would be unable to cut all those trees. All beautiful trees with his axe. He cut down all those trees. The ugly tree thanked for not making it beautiful. So the moral of this story: be happy what God has you given you. Thank you.
Good morning to all of you, respected directors, sir, principal, ma'am, teachers, staffs, and all my dear friends. I am Astik Srivastav from class 10th, a member of Chanakya House, and today I am here to tell you about the poem Dust of Snow. Dust of Snow is a small but wonderful poem with a very deep meaning and lessons, as written by the famous poet Robert Frost. It is a winter season and the poet is in a bad mood, sitting under the hemlock tree quietly, and covered all the snow. At that moment, a crow is sitting on the branch of the tree, shakes the tree, and snow from the tree falls on the poet. At that moment, the poet changes from bad to good. This happens that the poet changes moods. Earlier, he was very sad and depressed. The poet had spent a part of his day in sadness, but now he started feeling refreshed. This incident saved some part of the poet's day which he would have otherwise spent in regret. This poem expresses the significance of the small things that can change one's mood. Through this poem, we get the message that we should never become hopeless even in the worst situations. And we also remembers that nature and its things have the ability and capability to make one's happy and overcome hopeless. Thank you very much. If you like my performance, please vote me.
Respected sir and all my dear friends, I am Sangam Kumari from Standard 10th A. Today I am happy and ecstatic to having given this golden opportunity. The title of my story is A Letter to God. This story, A Letter to God, is a story of extreme faith in God. This was written by the Zeal Fuentes. He tried to explain the deep faith in God of a simple poor man, Lencho. Lencho was a poor farmer. He was honest and hard-working farmer. He had field of ripe corn dotted with flowers. He wanted rain. So he see the huge mountains of cloud. But suddenly, strong wind combines blow with hailstorms. The hailstorm rained over an hour, and the field was white as it covered with salt. The crops were totally destroyed. He did not think what he do, but he had great belief in God. So he decided to write a letter to God demanding 100 pesos. The postmaster read the letter addressing to God. The postmaster could not stop himself by laughing. But the postmaster was fat and amiable man. He decided to help the Lencho. So he collected 70 pesos out of 100 from his friend's charity, and he also gave some money from his salary. Lencho come to collect the money, but he was disappointed because he found only 70 pesos out of 100. He became angry because he believed that God could never mistake and never denied me. So he again write a letter to God, but not through mail. He decided because he believed that the post office employees was a bunch of crooks. The moral of the story is that the extreme faith in Almighty can give you a ray of hope even in a darkest situation. Thank you.